Hello friends, in this video clip let us see how we can SSH into Raspberry Pi 4 Model B. For this first we visit the website raspberrypi.com/software and install the Raspberry Pi imager to our operating system, whether it be Mac, Windows or Ubuntu. So we download the imager and install it, and then we go ahead and connect our micro SD card to our laptop. After which we open up the application, which is our Raspberry Pi imager that we have installed in the previous step, and then we choose the operating system as we can see in this diagram. So we click on this button to choose the operating system and choose the Raspberry Pi recommended operating system, which is with the GUI. Okay, so once we choose the Raspberry Pi operating system, next step before choosing the storage, which is our micro SD card that is connected with our computer or laptop, let us configure certain settings so that we can enable SSH. As we can see here, we have a gear icon which enables or which allows us to do some settings. So let us go ahead and click this gear icon, which takes up to this particular screen wherein we can set up the host name. This is by default. We can give it some other name. We enable SSH. We set up the username and the password. Please remember the username and password that you set it up here. And we enable the Wi-Fi as well. And please ensure that your country has the appropriate code available in this particular drop down, and choose that from this list here. Alright, and then finally you can also set the local time zone. Alright, so once done, please click on save to quit your settings options. Okay, so after this, please select the storage by clicking choose storage and select the SD card that is connected with your laptop. So here I have a 32 GB SD card connected to my Mac operating system, which is shown here, and I have selected that. Okay, so once we are done with the settings and then choosing the appropriate storage, we go ahead and write the operating system onto the SD card by clicking on this particular third button, which is write. So we click on write, and this will write the operating system onto the SD card. It will take some time, so it will start writing, and then it will do some kind of verification, and finally it will say the write is successful. So once this is done, click on the continue button, and you can eject the SD card from your laptop. Okay, so please remove the micro SD card from the laptop and then insert the SD card onto the Raspberry Pi. Ensure that it is not powered on, so ensure that the Raspberry Pi is powered off, and then you connect the SD card to the Raspberry Pi, as you can see here. And then once that is done, please power your Raspberry Pi. Alright, so please power your Raspberry Pi and then wait for some time for the OS to be loaded, right? You can just keep an eye on this blinking LED, which is green, which shows the loading process, so that you will know that okay, the operating system is being loaded into the Raspberry Pi. Alright, so after some time, please now go back to your particular laptop, right? And you can make use of either some kind of utility like advanced IP if you are making use of Windows. Here I am making use of Mac, so I am making use of a utility called as Angry IP Scanner to scan for the IP address of the Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi has got Wi-Fi as well, so we need to get the IP address of the Raspberry Pi so that we can SSH into the Raspberry Pi. So here I am making use of Angry IP scanner, and as we can see here, the IP address of the Raspberry Pi is this 192.168.1.31. So if you're using Windows, again you may make use of advanced IP, or if you're on Linux operating system, maybe you can try with Nmap, Ping, or some other utility of your choice. Alright, so once you are successfully able to retrieve the IP address, please make a note of this IP address and then get connected to your Raspberry Pi in a remote manner via SSH by making use of the SSH command. So you can say SSH your username, which happens to be Vinu here, followed by @ your IP address. So once you give this particular command, it will ask you for the password. Given the correct password, and then voila, you are into the Raspberry Pi board in a headless manner, in a wireless manner. Alright guys, so that was it for this particular video. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.